I have one simple question. In my video, before I get into this question, it's not for the people that like to regurgitate information and not put any action behind it, not apply that shit to their everyday life, or like to sit back and try to find, holes in what you say so you can debate and make yourself feel right, but in your own personal life, you ain't doing a fucking thing at all to change the situation for yourself or your people. This video not for you. This video is for the people that's out here doing. This video is for the people that actually understand what time it is and what we need to do as an individual to advance the whole of our people. So my question is, are you happy with the way life is going right now? Are you happy with being a slave? And I say slave because ask yourself, are you free? And if you say you're free, what do you own? And if you say you own it, why the fuck do you still pay taxes? And I guarantee you, if you fall behind on them taxes, guess what? They coming to take your shit. So do you really own it? No, you don't. See, slavery never ended. They just rebranded this shit and gave us the idea of freedom. But if we were free to live as we choose and to be, we wouldn't have to wake up every day trying to work and figure out how the fuck we're going to eat, how the fuck we're going to pay bills, and how the fuck we're going to do everything else. We would be free. So my question is, again, are you fucking happy? Are you fucking happy with waking up every day, not wanting to, but having to get out and punch a fucking clock and put in precious hours of your life that you will never be able to get back for crumbs? And not only are you trading hours of your life for crumbs, you have to give that shit back in bills and other things that should be fucking free. If you ask me, that's the biggest finesse ever. And I know there's a bunch of people out here that pride themselves on not being able to be played and peeping the motherfucking game and not letting the motherfucker get one over on them. Well, guess what? You letting the same people get one over on you that conquered you from the very beginning, conquered your ancestors. They've been pulling the same dumbass trick and rebranding it, and you've been going for it without a fucking problem. And not only have you been going for it, you've been happy about it because you can ride around in a nice car, have a nice house, whatever the case may be. All you doing, they allowing you to decorate your jail cell, which is called your house, and gave you the opportunity to buy a nice vehicle to take your ass to the plantation and invest your life in something that'll never truly give you back what you put in. And that's what you're happy about? You happy about your fake ass piece of paper that's called a degree that they put you in debt to get? Come on, man, we being played. And when we gonna wake up? And I'm not talking about on some silly, stupid shit waking up, getting out in the streets and marching and begging the very same people that put us here to do something about it. Because newsflash, people, if you understand history, that shit will not work. Get that shit out your head. And if you understand history, your cheap ass weapons, your macho attitude, whatever you call this, nigga, I'll do this, I'll do that, man, that shit ain't working either because they ready for violence. Think about it. This is a war-mongering fucking people. They've been at war since they created this country. So you think they're not ready for you when they control the food, they control the water, they control the electricity? They cut all that shit off. What you gonna do? And it's only a matter of time before we start fighting each other and really killing each other in the streets, being complete anarchy. And guess what? Them at the top safe. The government officials, they done already started moving underground. They got whole fucking towns and cities underground. And we sitting up here praising fucking Gucci belts and Jordan shoes. And we happy with this shit? And I didn't make this video to make it as if there's no hope, because there is hope. And the answer's been right there in our face all along, but it seems as if they got us chasing our tail and shit, doing shit that's not gonna even serve us any good. And I'm gonna keep this short and simple. Why is it that you are urged to do every single profession that will ensure you to be a worker for the rest of your life, other than doing the things and learning the things where you would get true power? Why are we not urged to get in politics early on? And I'm not talking about just one or two motherfuckers. I'm talking about droves. Why is that not popular amongst our community? And you think that shit is by accident? But I'm not going to even sit here and act as if, we don't have some responsibility in that matter too, because we do. We got all the information. We're in the age of information. But the thing is, we ain't doing shit with the information. But there's a way to change this shit all around. But it's going to take thinking, strategizing, planning, and execute. You're not going to be able to get anywhere if you don't fucking know how to think or use your mind. How do you think these people was able to conquer our people? Don't believe what they tell you, because it's a lot of information out there that tell you not only did it take a long time, they came as friends. They learned from us. We taught them. They retwisted that shit and they conquered us with it. And you don't think we can make the same play as they did? And I truly believe from the pit of my soul, all we have to do is mirror them. Get enough people within this very same political game that they playing to where we got a stronghold. And now we got enough influence to start moving shit our way. We also have to take control of our food. We have to take control of our land. We have to take control of the very vital things that ensures our survival. Just in case there ever come a time where we will actually have to live off the land again. So that means we got to put in a lot of work. But it's a way to beat these people. Don't for 1 minute believe that it's not. See, and we don't have to sit here and try to act like we overqualified, use all these big ass words to make us fucking seem smarter than what we are just so we can fucking sell ourselves to people. It's time for us to stop being real, having real conversations, and then taking real action. That's it. But this shit can happen. But the first step, we have to get right with ourselves. We have to learn how to govern self. We have to learn how to love self again. That's the only how we're going to be able to work with each other as a whole. We're not going to get anywhere until we learn how to govern self, until we have the proper respect and love we're supposed to have for oneself. Then we could begin to get our households in order, because that's the next step. Before we ever begin to think we're going to work with a stranger or get out in the streets and pull somebody together, because if you're a person of history and you understand history, you will understand that we could have any movement in the world, but if there's a weak link in the chain, the enemy is going to come in and exploit that weak link, and the whole movement crumbles. If you understand history, we can have one person that know everything, that's highly educated, and guess what? You bump that person off, the whole movement crumbles. But think about this. What happens when everybody is a leader? What happens when each and every one of us is just as important as the one they consider to be the leader? So they knock one of them off. I guarantee you our movement don't stop. We're just going to pick up where that last person left off. But we will never be able to get there until we do the work on ourselves. Start being real with ourselves. Kill this divide between us and our women. And we have to stop playing this motherfucking color game, man. Even though our people is at the highest priority, yes. But we have to start judging people off their heart, their mind, their soul, and if they put God first, man. And they also have to understand what God is and the connection that we have with God. Or else ain't nothing gonna work. But it's possible. But to go back to my original question, original statement, whatever one you want to call it, are you happy? And I can answer that for you. I know you ain't. And if you're not happy, when are we gonna do what the fuck we know we need to do? Why are we out here begging when we can fucking do what we need to do for ourselves? We got the education now. We got we got the most educated people. But somehow we still living in ghettos and slums. We got all this fucking money, but we're not even using this shit in the correct way that we supposed to. We giving the shit back. We not teaching others how to get on how we did because we scared they might pass us up. You don't see the sickness in that type of thinking? Or we know somebody may do better than us, so we gonna do everything in our power to make sure that they don't get to our level. That's crab in a barrel ass shit, man. That's why I say this video is just a real conversation for real people that actually want to do something about the situation and the predicament that our people are in. Like, cause I'm gonna keep it real with you. When y'all gonna realize that, yes, this power structure will forever be our enemy, but we have become our own worst enemy. We, the number one threat. Nobody else. Ask yourself, when you walk out your door every day, do you worry about a politician or a government? Or do you worry about the people that live in that same fucking community as you? And that, my people, is a motherfucking problem. Because I'm sure we have a lot of people out here that done lived through this migrant crisis. And I even had to ask myself this. How in the fuck they were able to come over, not speak a lick of English, not speak a lick of nothing, and move through the motherfucking community with no fear of someone doing something to them? And they got sent to the worstest communities. But somehow, the people that grew up around these very same people and have lived in these communities all their life can't do the same thing that migrants were allowed to do. And we not our own worst enemy? See, it's time we stop being victims, man. White man ain't the problem. Police ain't the problem. Government ain't the problem, even though they'll forever be considered an enemy. You the motherfucking problem. You not doing what you supposed to do for your people and yourself. And as a result, that's why we in the same motherfucking position, predicament, and we living the same fucked up life And ain't nothing gonna never change until we change it. So when are we gonna do what the fuck we need to do to change it? Or are we gonna continue marching? Are we gonna continue begging the very same people that don't give a fuck about us? Are we gonna start learning trades, taking advantage of certain opportunities so we can get ourselves to a better place in life? Because I want you to ask yourself, how is it that through the worstest era ever, our people did way better than what the fuck we doing now? We the most freest, the most educated, the most liberated, the most everything you can fucking think of. But we're worse off than what our people was in slavery, man. Please make that make sense to me. And don't blame no motherfucking white man. Don't blame no motherfucking government. Don't blame no police. This video is about being real, man. When we gonna admit we the motherfucking problem? They teach your ass that in any type of half-ass drug program. The first step is admitting you got a motherfucking problem. When we gonna have enough courage to tell the truth to ourselves that we the problem? So we can learn how to take the necessary steps behind it and changing it. Ain't no motherfucking fake-ass Dr. Umar on some fake-ass podcast gonna change it. Ain't running around talking about you a king, a queen, or none of that stupid-ass shit gonna change it. You taking action, thinking right, is the only thing that's gonna change it. So when is we gonna start?